What's up, Pandas? Peter from Panda here. Just bought myself this Insignia FM transmitter with a lightning connector. And you might be saying, why would you buy an FM transmitter? Well, because I have a car that doesn't have an aux port. And you might be saying, what kind of car doesn't have an aux port or doesn't have Bluetooth? And I would say cars that aren't prepared for iPhones, often because they were built before the invention of the iPhone, which is actually one that I have. So it has nothing really to interface. But I do want to be able to listen to podcasts and play music from my iPhone in that car. So what I would do is try one of these old school transmitters with kind of a new school spin. It has a lightning connector, so it should be able to charge my iPhone. The transmitter should be able to broadcast on the FM channel, and it should plug into the cigarette lighter, the aux, the accessory charging port. And this is how it comes, man. All right. So there's no plastic special packaging or anything. And man, this thing is pretty long. I'll say it's got to be like 5 feet long. And in fact, that might be kind of, not necessarily an advantage because you're going to have kind of wire clutter. As you can see there, we do have a lightning cable for sure. And then kind of 2.5 feet down, we have the FM transmitter itself. There looks like to be a little standard black and white LCD on there. And so what I'm assuming is that you can probably program a few broadcast channels. Then you can scroll up and down to kind of pick a usable frequency. And then you have what is pretty standard accessory port plug. One of the things that I really wanted is because the car has the power plug in basically a cigarette tray, a little pull-out tray. I really wanted it to be small enough and compact enough that I could have this in that cigarette tray when I didn't need it. And then when I did need it, I could open it up, plug this in, and use it. I think this will work, but we will have to see. And hopefully it'll work pretty well. I know that I've used FM transmitters in the past, and kind of the quality has really sucked, especially when you're in an urban area and pretty much all the radio stations are being used. So let's give it a try. All right, guys, in my GMC Terrain, which does not have built-in Bluetooth audio and have my receiver here, we're going to go ahead and plug into the power outlet here, and you can see it's getting power right away. And one of the things that I thought I'd do here, looks like there's some memory, so let's just 2 is already set for 98.1. Now, one of the things about using this that you're probably going to try to do is find a channel that isn't really being used. Now, if you're in a urban area like we are here, pretty much every station is, but I think it actually overrides stations pretty well, or at least I'm hoping. Kind of the narrow broadcast that it has here hopefully will supersede anything that's being broadcast area wide. So here we have the lightning cable, and I'm going to plug it into the iPhone here. I'm trying to do this all one-handed. And what I want to do here is I'm going to play something not copyright protected. And so the cool thing is a couple things. One, you can see it's charging because this lightning cable is giving power, and on top of that, it's kind of working like a headphone cord now, and hopefully looks like it's playing Hail to the Victors blah, and 98.1. So what I want to do here is kind of go to 98.1, and it absolutely is playing, which is pretty awesome. And I actually don't know where the antenna is on this car. I assume maybe it's a roof mounted thing, but yeah, it's working, baby. It's working. So that's pretty awesome. Now, I will say that one of the things is, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's just a little bit of background white noise hiss. Okay? So, now that I've paused it, you can kind of still hear it because it's kind of broadcasting nothing. And that may be because 98.1 is a channel being used. And the other thing I will say here too is that, if we were to hunt out another station that might be like 106.3, and see if I can find that for us. Maybe a little further down the spectrum. That sounds better to me. So I guess what I'm saying is just understand that depending on kind of the amount of traffic on your radio frequencies, the actual broadcast quality might be, a little bit hit or miss. The other thing I would say is, since I think it's broadcasting right from here, if you have a front-mounted antenna or something like that, and this is really close to the antenna, that might be great. Now, I think my antenna is like roof-mounted in the back, and so this might actually help to be further in the back. Might work great for my Fiat because I don't have much real estate on the car. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I think this is going to help, road trips, listening to podcasts, music, whatever. You can take it, if you have a rental car and you don't know if it's going to be Bluetooth enabled, or if you're using an old car, your car has a little age on it. A lot of them don't even have auxiliary ports. Kind of like my Cadillac CTS, great car, but no HTTP Bluetooth streaming. So pretty impressed with this. It definitely works, charges my iPhone and broadcasts, so it does the whole thing. Check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description. Peter Von Panda out.